so the 2022 Oscars have ended. It was really quite predictable in all the wins, but when it comes to the telecast, wow, Amy Schumer, Regina Hall, and Wanda Sykes were the main performers of this Oscars. They hosted it. They actually had a pretty funny opening monologue. There was a good joke, J.K. Simmons and Timothée Chalamet, but everything else was pretty terrible. I'm not gonna lie. This was the longest ever Oscars, and we still didn't even have 8 categories in full. So that was absolutely ridiculous. I'm still trying to figure out what they were doing for 3 hours and 15 minutes of it, because it was almost a 4-hour long show. I did like the song performances. I thought that was a good choice. I really liked how they did that. The popular film thing was really dumb. Army of the Dead won the Twitter vote thing, and The Flash won the other Twitter vote thing for like the biggest cheer moment or something. And of course, the greatest moment on all of television, the slap, which will go down in history, and I guess I'll talk about that a bit later when I get to Will Smith.
Keep my wife's name out your mouth.
Alright, so first up we got actress in a supporting role. Ariana DeBose won for West Side Story, of course. She was just amazing in this. We all predicted this. We knew this was going to happen. Yeah, she actually is my pick out of this selection. I think that she was by far the best. Then for sound, Dune was the obvious choice for what the Oscars was going to choose, and I do think it is the correct choice as well. For me personally, I think this just had the best sound design of the year, and I think the sound editing was very good. This is the first of many Oscars for Dune. Then cinematography, which Dune also took. I thought there might be a chance for a Power of the Dog win, or maybe even Nightmare Alley or West Side Story, but Dune takes it. And honestly, I can't blame them. I do think it's absolutely deserving, and I think this is one of the best cinematography wins in a long time. Then for visual effects, another Dune win, which, again, absolutely deserving. I don't know why Spider-Man No Way Home's nominated here. It certainly didn't have some of the best visual effects of the year, and same with Free Guy. I would have put Godzilla vs. Kong or Matrix in here, but yeah, Dune absolutely deserved it. It had the best visual effects of the year, and it looked so real. And then animated feature obviously went to Encanto, which is great. I thought Encanto was really good. The Mitchells vs. the Machines would have personally been my pick, but I thought Encanto was really solid, so I am happy enough that it got this award. And then another obvious pick, Troy Kotsur for Coda 1, who also gave the best speech by far of the night. Coda wasn't my favorite movie, but Troy Kotsur definitely carried that movie, and I think out of all of these nominees, I think he is definitely the best. Right from there, we had the most obvious win of the entire night in Drive My Car. It's the only one nominated for a screenplay and Best Picture award. Of course, Drive My Car was going to win, and I haven't seen 3 out of the 5 of these, and I haven't seen Worst Person in the World, so my personal pick would be Drive My Car. I thought that movie was phenomenal, and it was one of the best of the Best Picture nominees. For costume design, Cruella won, and that was the movie with all the costumes. That was a big part of the plot, so of course it was going to win. My personal pick probably would have been Cyrano. I think the costume design to that film really elevates sort of the character of the world that they live in, and also all of the characters and their connections with each other. I just thought Cyrano had really good costumes, so I kind of wish it had gone to Cyrano, but Cruella makes perfect sense. Original screenplay was the most unpredictable of all of the categories. Belfast won. I liked Belfast's screenplay. I didn't think it was amazing, but I also haven't seen Licorice Pizza or Worst Person in the World. Those are the 2 biggest movies I didn't see this Oscar season, and I'm definitely not picking Don't Look Up and King Richard, so I guess Belfast would have been my favorite out of this group. And then there was adapted screenplay, which this is actually one of the ones I got wrong. I didn't get very many wrong, but this was... I thought The Power of the Dog was going to get it, and they gave it to Coda, which Coda didn't really have a great Oscar-winning screenplay in my mind. I definitely would have given it to Drive My Car, or if Drive My Car wasn't on there, then I would have given it to Power of the Dog. But Coda's screenplay was fine, I guess, so I'm happy enough that it got it. Then we have Best Original Score, which they gave to Dune, obviously. Dune clearly has the best score out of all of these movies, though personally I would give it to Spencer. It unfortunately wasn't even nominated. Then another award for Dune, Best Editing. I think this makes perfect sense. For me, I would have put West Side Story in there, but it wasn't even nominated, so I guess Dune would have been my pick. Then we got documentary features. Some didn't think it was going to go to Summer of Soul. I knew it was going there, and I think it's absolutely deserved. Summer of Soul is by far the best documentary of the year in my mind, personally. Then for production design, yet another win for Dune. I think it's mostly deserved, though. I think I probably would have given it to Nightmare Alley. I thought that movie's production design was absolutely amazing as well. Then for Best Original Song, No Time to Die from No Time to Die. I thought that was the best song from this group. I still can't believe Disney didn't push We Don't Talk About Bruno, because that would have won in a second. Then for Best Director, we had Jane Campion for Power of the Dog. I thought she did a great job here, though personally I probably would have wanted to see Steven Spielberg or Ryosuke Kamaguchi. I think they both did somewhat better jobs. Then for Best Actor, Will Smith, the guy who everybody's talking about for King Richard. I think that he gave a solid enough performance here. His was definitely very showy, though I probably would have gone for Andrew Garfield or maybe even Denzel, but definitely Benedict Cumberbatch would have been my pick. I thought that he was just absolutely wonderful. And I still can't believe that Will Smith got up out of his seat and slapped Chris Rock in the face. Then for makeup and hair, they gave it to Tammy Faye, and I think that that's a great pick. That's what I absolutely would have given it to. Then for lead actress, we had Jessica Chastain win for The Eyes of Tammy Faye. I think that that's a very solid choice here. Thank God it wasn't Nicole Kidman. I would have gone for Kristen Stewart, maybe even Olivia Colman possibly, but I still think Jessica Chastain absolutely deserved a win, and I don't think this will be the last of her wins in her career. And then we have Best Picture, which was awarded to Coda, which I still was sort of hanging on to Power of the Dog just like a week or two ago, but I can't really be truly surprised that Coda won. It completely sweeped for like the last month. Everybody's been obsessed with it. I don't love Coda. In fact, I think it might be my second to last when it comes to ranking the Best Picture nominees. But I still think it's a solid enough movie. I think I would have gone for Dune or West Side Story ahead of it, actually, as well as Drive My Car. I think all three of those would have been great wins. And if you're still talking about the Power of the Dog versus Coda, Power of the Dog would have absolutely been my choice. But I think this movie is really interesting when it comes to winning. So I'm excited to see how more indie films like this could possibly win Best Picture in the coming years. So yeah, those were the 2022 Oscars. I think if you're looking back on them, you'll see that this show definitely should be shorter. Also, Dune completely destroyed with 6 wins, yet no director nominations, so I don't know who the Academy thinks articulated all of that and put it all together, so there's that. Power of the Dog only got 1 win when it was projected for multiple months straight to win like everything, and Tammy Faye ended up with more wins than that, so that's pretty insane. Also in the future, to look out for more smaller crowd-pleasing films. Now they have a big chance of winning because this is always going to be looked at as the year where it started. So thank you all for watching. These are my thoughts on the 2022 Academy Awards. People are going to start predicting the 2023 ones very soon. Even though it's way too early, but that's the fun of it all. So thanks for watching, be sure to subscribe, and see you guys.